Hello guys, my name is X1 Gamer and we start another video of Hearthstone Saviors of Uldum card review. So this will be a little bit longer one because there is a lots of new cards. Yes, it starts. So shut up, Timon. So let's start with the first one here. So the first one is not really a card, it's just a token card. This is the new lucky that is presented in Hearthstone because Blizzard says they will add new lucky card generators and new lucky cards tokens every single expansion. So let me talk about this card a little bit. So this lucky is actually nothing special in my opinion. It's just a 1 mana 1/3, which we already have this kind of cards in Hearthstone. It's Void Walker for Warlock, but how good is this to be in neutral set? Well, it's pretty good. The challenging of this card is that you should have something on board to actually activate the effect. And how often can this be when you play a lucky deck? Pretty often, because you usually want to play a lucky deck, you have at least 2, maybe even 3 minions on board, because you usually, when you play luckies, you play like aggressive mid-range deck, so you usually have lucky, so you will definitely take advantage of this card, because even trading small minions like 2-3 or 3-2 in some other minions that have more attack than your minion have health, so you can buff this and preserve your minion, and next round your opponent need to spend spells or another minions to actually kill this minion, so it's a little bit annoying. This card is very good in arena, I think, because it can lead to a lot of new possibilities and to preserving your board. So I think this lucky, it's pretty nice one, but not the strong and great like the other ones. So let's move to the next one. Next one, we have a very uninteresting card here. It's a 2 mana 2/2 neutral minion Vile Fiend Lifesteal Demon. So how good is this? It's nothing bit too special, it's just a pack filler, so I don't know what much to talk about this card. You guys see, it's have nothing special, nothing interesting, so let's move to the next one. Next one, we have a very interesting one. 6 mana Paladin spells. Pharaoh Blessing or Pharaoh Blessing. I don't know how to pronounce Pharaoh because I think it's Pharaoh Blessing. Give a minion 4/4/4 Divine Shield and Taunt. How good is this? Well, in my opinion, this card is not particularly strong because we already have a similar card in Classic set, which is Blessing of Kings, and Blessing of Kings is 4 mana and didn't see too much of a play lately. How much this Divine Shield and Taunt cost? It's really the Divine Shield and Taunt cost 2 mana more? No, definitely no. Also, back in the days from Ungoro, Journey to Ungoro, we have a lot better card in that particular set that actually sees a lot more play, but you see the card is a lot more stronger than this one. It's Spike Rich Steed, again 6 mana Paladin cards, give minion +2/+6 this time around, and Taunt. When it dies, summon another Stegoron. The Stegoron is vanilla +2/+6 plus Taunt, so it's 2/+6 Taunt plus another +2/+6 Taunt. So this card is, in my opinion, a lot worse than Spike Rich Steed. So I can give this card a 2-star card because I don't think this card will see much play in current meta, but we never know. So we need to wait. And see. So let's move to the next one. Next one, we have a pretty nice one, I think. It's a 8 mana 3/6 Warrior Taunt Minion. How good is this? Let's read the card text. Taunt Battlecry, summon a copy of this minion. So how good is this? Well, it's okay-ish, I say, because this is like if this card is not buffed, because Blizzard definitely want to force Taunt minion archetype that currently I don't think this will it will work, because control warrior is absolutely insane right now. So I don't think that taunt warrior will actually take place of control warrior. How good is to summon a copy of this minion? It's like 8 mana, 6, 12. Is that good? Yeah, it's very very good, even if this card is not buffed. But the problem with this card, the challenging of this card, is that it's actually an 8 mana card. So usually rarely play 8 mana cards in constructed, but it's taunt minion, so this will kind of make your opponent will stop the aggression. So is that good? Yeah, probably it's fine, but it's not perfect, because usually aggressive decks runs at least 1 or 2 silence. So if they have silence, they will kill the one minion that is 3/6, and they will use silence and kill you with the rest of their board. But do not forget that warrior actually have kind of lots of armor till around 8. So maybe this card is not bad. So I can highly very hard give this card a 3-star card. I can really want to give 2-star to this card, because it seems very mediocre. But I think this card is at least 3-star card, because it's for warrior and it's have potential to see some play after Dr. Boom Mad Genius rotated out, and if actually control warrior sees play. Currently in this meta right now, I think this is a pretty weak 2-star card, because no one will actually play this card whatsoever in his constructed deck. The good thing of this card is actually a mech, which it can potentially see play in this meta, because it's have a lot of potential and synergy with Dr. Boom. It have a rush and stuff like that, so you can play this, and next round you buff it with Ziliax, of course, and have a large gigantic taunt minion that is very hard to remove. Also it's taunt, it's have synergy with a lot of taunt buffing cards. But I don't want to talk about this. I don't really see this card sync cut in control warrior right now. But if this card is generated from Omega Assembly or Dr. Boom drone delivery hero power, this card is absolutely nuts. So let's move to the next one. Excuse me, guys. Let's move to the next one. Next one we have 1 mana priest spell, Embalming Ritual. Give a minion reborn. This is a very similar effect to Shaman's Reincarnation. I think it was the name of the card, or Resurrection. Give a minion Death Rattle, resummon this minion when die. So this is basically very similar effect, but it's not that strong, because reborn, actually what is reborn mechanic I want to explain. So reborn mechanic is basically when a minions die first time, return to the board with 1 health only. So for example, if you have a 3/3 body on the board with reborn, when it's die, it return to the board with 3/1 body, with 3 with 1 health body. So you can take benefit from this one, because it's for priest and it costs only 1 mana. Never underestimate 1 mana cost minion, especially 1 mana cost spell, especially for priest, guys, because it's absolutely ridiculously powerful when it combined with Death Rattle minions, like I explained in one of my first review videos, that a reborn and Death Rattle combination is very powerful, because you will summon another Death Rattle minion. For example, you can play Mechanical Whelp, and then you play this over Mechanical Whelp on your turn, so this should not be silenced, and you make trade, and then you can summon another Mechanical Whelp 2/2 and another 7/7. So you will have lots of potential with this card. It's also kind of similar to play Death for Hunter, and I will explain why. Because usually with this card you can activate that Rattle effect and still keep the minion alive, because it's reborn. So it's pretty powerful combo activator card. It's have some kind of ridiculous synergy with Leroy Jenkins. Some people start dreaming about Leroy Jenkins OTK combo with you play this one, you hit the face, then I mean you play Leroy Jenkins, then play this one over Leroy Jenkins, kill Leroy Jenkins with Divine something light. It was 1 mana, deal 2 damage, so then Leroy Jenkins will reborn, hit another in the face, then play another one of this, and so on and so on. So you understand what is the potential of this card. Pretty powerful spell. I really like it already, because Reborn is a powerful mechanic at its own. So combine this, like I say, with Death Rattle effects and Death Rattle minions is absolutely nuts. So let's go to the next card, guys. Next one we have our 1 mana rogue minion, Pharaoh Cat. Battle Cry, add a random reborn minion to your hand. The cost is 1/2, which is pretty decent for a 1-drop. It's not aggressively started card, so it's a little bit on the weak side when it comes to aggressive and mid-range deck for raw, because usually they want to have a little bit more attack power at the beginning of the game so they can keep control on the board. But still, nevertheless, this is one of these cards that will generate another card. You will not lose value. So it's very similar to 3 mana 3/3 Blinking Fox. So it will activate the synergy with Vendetta. So your Vendetta can be 0 mana next round, because it didn't say that it's a neutral minion. So it's a random reborn minion to your hand, which means that it have potential to generate a class reborn minion, which is a very powerful one. So I think this is at least 3-star card, guys. Very good one, very important card. We will see a lot of this card in Rogue, mark my word. So pretty good one, nothing that is too broken, not something that will break the game, but definitely a card that you need to watch out and pay attention to this one. So let's move to the next one. Next one we have a neutral 4/2/5 minion Bone Wraith or Wrath. I don't know how to pronounce this exactly, I'm very bad at this, so sorry. Taunt Reborn. So I think this is a pretty powerful and very good anti-aggro card. First of all, that first time when I see this card, I immediately start thinking about Sludge Belcher. Sludge Belcher was very popular card back in the day from Naxxramas. It was a very long time ago, but Sludge Belcher actually sees a lot of play, and it costs 1 more mana. Yes, it have 1 less stats on the minion, but it's actually a lot. I think it's very close to this one. I think this Bone Rat will definitely see some play, because it summon another Taunt Minion, which will be very annoying for aggro decks to deal with, because it will be 2 attack 1 health, which is meh, but it's still a very good one, because for 4 mana you have 1 Taunt Minions with 5 health and another Taunt Minion with 1 health, which is basically 6 4 mana 2/6. It's very similar to Stegadon, but let's remember that Stegadon was a single minion and not a 2-body, and this is separated by 2 bodies, which is a little bit more annoying to deal with. So I think this card is at least a 3-star card. I can't say it is a 4-star card, because it's not that broken and insane like for example Giggling Inventor was, but this is pretty good one. I believe Blizzard really like to print this kind of cards from time to time. The mid-range Taunt Minions that summon another Taunt Minion. So I really like this card. It's pretty good one. I think it will definitely see some play in anti-aggro deck. I will definitely try to utilize this card somehow when the expansion is released, but it's a little bit challenging, because people usually play cards with a lot more synergy, and this card have a synergy with basically a resurrection mechanic, but I don't know, it's we need to wait and see. It's pretty good one, very powerful neutral minion. So let's move to the next one. Next one we have a rogue combo card, which is I mean it's not combo card, but it's card that you need to play when you have something on board. So let's read the text. 4 mana rogue card, Shadow of Death. I love the name. Choose a minion, shuffle 3 shadows into your deck that summon a copy when drawn. So I don't know exactly what shadows mean, but I guess this is like 3 copy of a minion that is already on board, so when you draw the card it's immediately played. So this is very powerful effect and super heavy tempo oriented card. So it's similar to other shuffle rogue card that we see back in the days. How good is this card though? It's little bit slow one, but you still can have some kind of benefit with prep. So you can play this on for example around 8 and summon this one, then play Leroy Jenkins and play preparation and play Shadow Step over Shadow of Death, excuse me, over Leroy Jenkins, and shuffle 3 copies of Leroy Jenkins in your deck, which is immediately on the board when this card is drawn. So how good is this? Pretty good. A little bit slow, yes, but it's pretty good because you guarantee a lots of potential phase damage in the next few rounds. It's a dangerous one. It's extremely powerful combined with drawing effects like sprint or something. Sprint is very slow, but people will find a way to make a miracle rogue working with gadgets and action here. So you can prepare, you can play a little bit slower auctioneer deck, prepare this situation with Leroy Jenkins, and then play cheap spell, draw all of your Leroy Jenkins and kill your opponent straight into the face with, for example, 18 damage. Completely possible. Why not? Because Leroy Jenkins is 5 mana 6/2 minion. So actually you can play this on round 7 because Leroy Jenkins is 5 mana, not 6. I was mistaken the first time when I make calculation. So you see how powerful this one. This is the first combo that I come into mind just like seeing this card now, because I guys didn't actually think about anything about these cards like usual. These videos is straight on recorded. When I see the cards I just prepare the cards to my screen and I just start talking, and you see without even thinking too much I already know some kind of potential combo. Just I don't want to imagine what people can think with this card. This, guys, it's definitely a strong 5-star card because it's extremely powerful one. It's a very powerful effect. I don't want to think what this will happen if you shuffle a lot of Death Rattle minions in your deck when you can activate it a little bit. They will be on your board automatically when it's drawn. So it's absolutely potentially broken card that can actually broke the game a little bit. So we need to wait and see. Definitely a very strong one, maybe one of the best card for a rogue. This expansion, maybe, I don't know, but it's look very powerful to me. So let's move to the next one. Next one we have 5 mana neutral. We have a neutral minion, 5 mana 8/8. Wow, this stat is absolutely ridiculous, guys. Mortuary Machine. After your opponent plays a minion, they pay attention to this. Plays a minion, not a summon, but play a minion. So you need to play a minion to actually your opponent actually need to play the minions from their hand to actually activate the effect. So give it reborn. How negative is this for you? Well, it's pretty strong effect for your opponent, especially if you play against warrior, because you can play this deck, then next round he can play militia commander and kill this one for 5 mana, which is for 4 mana, which is kind of okay-ish trade. But just imagine shuffle a lot of this card with your Togwoggle scheme. It's completely possible for a rogue. So I compare this card for with Hydra, of course, bitter tide Hydra from Ngoro, Journey to Ngoro, which was released 2016 April, excuse me. So I compare this card to the Hydra, but I think Hydra is worst card because when a minion take damage, when this minion takes damage, deal 3 damage to your hero. So I think it's a lot more dangerous card to play than this one, because how often your opponent can get benefit from reborn mechanic if you play some kind of ridiculous mirror super aggro deck. Not much, because he will just need to play 1/1 minions that do absolutely nothing on board, and then next round you can hit him in the face for 8 damage, and basically you will most probably win the game, because taking so much cheap damage in the beginning of the game, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. So I give this card a 4-star card, very interesting card. One, I don't think that the downside effect of this card is super dangerous for you. It's definitely a strong for your opponent, but he need to play a very careful to get a benefit from this card. But nevertheless, this is a very powerful card, very super cool stat. It's a neutral minion, so it can see a play in Silence Priest, so 5 mana 8/8 silence this, and you will basically getting out of control, and you can win the game easily. So this is everything for today, guys. So I hope you enjoy these new cards, and I apologize for the longest video, but it's something that happened. I can't be very quick when it comes to Hearthstone. So don't forget to join Hearthstone on August 6, 2019, because it will release exactly at this day worldwide. So thanks guys for joining. I'm X1 Gamer, and I see you next time.